ISIS has an air force, and it's made up of consumer drones. ISIS has been using drones since 2014, at least. Initially, they were used for surveillance and making propaganda videos. They were also used to direct mortar or rocket attacks. Eventually, ISIS started using drones as a sort of do-it-yourself air force. They became especially prominent in Mosul as ISIS lost more and more of the city. When they weren't dropping homemade explosives from the drones, they were using them to direct suicide bombers to their targets in the urban terrain.
Mainly we've seen rotary wing UAVs for, tactical reasons, because it's easier, you don't have to account for inertia too much for this kind of platforms when you drop an ordnance. But also because it's commercial off the shelf, it might be easier to obtain. My name is Damien Splitters. I'm the head of regional operations in Iraq and Syria for conflict armament research. They had a program in place since 2015 with, from those documents you can see that, there were different purposes for drones, like bombing, spying, training, and things like this. So they use platforms, to their advantage.
Drones are only one part of a larger set of homebrew ISIS weaponry. Among other things, the group makes its own rocket launchers, rifle grenades, and IEDs. And while making explosives is nothing new for terror groups, the scale at which ISIS does it is.
It really resembled, to me, an industrial revolution of terrorism, so to speak. For us, there are two factors that are really at the basis of why the Islamic State group is having a very strong military production program. The first reason is, they like to develop their own brand. They are a state, and, they are self-sufficient. It's their politics, it's their ideology. And the second reason is to supplement their current arsenal with things that they might be lacking.
Despite the fact that ISIS continues to lose territory, including some of its largest urban areas, Splitters says that ISIS innovation is still alive and kicking, and that it may even spread outside of Iraq and Syria.
As long as their chain of supply remain in place, it's gonna last, I think. And if it doesn't, it will stay dormant and then be revived whenever there is material to use.